Sagittarius, welcome into your reading. This is a general message for anyone who feels compelled to listen to today's reading. We start off with just an oracle just to get a high level sense of what we're dealing with today, and then we'll start to pull some tarot cards and go further and further into detail as the reading goes on, okay? Just to give you a heads up here. So we have the Sagittarius symbol here. It says hunt. All right. Very targeted, very focused energy for the Sagittarius today. You have your eyes on a goal. You have your eyes on a target. You want to grab it. What else for the Sagittarius, please? Rebirth. Beautiful. Okay. So you want a fresh start. You want to shed old skin and just feel renewed and rejuvenated and like freshness, fresh and clean, right? Like, I don't know, a new day, a new dawn, something like that. Family is also coming into play for you guys. Okay, so union, children, parents, siblings, just the overall sense of togetherness with your people, the people who are in your life, who you love the most, who you're closest to. You want a new start with somebody here, maybe a new start with someone in your family. Maybe you have to express yourself or talk about something in order to have a new start with somebody. There is a sense of transformation. Maybe your family is changing, or what your belief system on what you thought family was is a little different now, right? Like you see family in a whole new way now. You know, is it just people who are related to you by blood, or is family anybody that you trust, depend on, right? That you've really bonded with. Okay, the Ace of Swords is coming through as I say that. So we're probably on the right track here as it relates to like how you're seeing family at this time. Your belief system on that is changing. And maybe you want a family, right? Maybe we're dealing with a person here who is ready for that type of life because of the Hunt card. This is making me feel like it's a really targeted energy of like, this is what I want, you know. I want this type of family. I want to live this type of life, right? Like something like that. Maybe some of you are ready to get married or ready to have children or something in those lines as well. But in your personal energy, you have the Ace of Swords coming through. So you're the most honest sign in the zodiac. So I'm not surprised here. What else? Okay, you have the moon. I'm not taking these, but Three of Wands, Knight of Swords. Okay, so you are expressing yourself. There's something that you've been waiting on. Okay, you set things into motion and you're waiting on these results. You're waiting on an answer. I'm also getting Death reversed, but we'll see why that comes out. I'm not surprised just because we have the rebirth card here. Let's put these over here for now. All right. So in your personal energy, you are trying to uncover some sort of truth. Something in your psyche, your psychological state is a puzzle, is a little confusing, okay? You're trying to get to the core of a elusive situation here. And I do feel it to be some past energy, okay? Like a moment in time. It's like reflecting. It's a heavy energy of reflection and sort of like opening the veil or opening the curtain, like pushing aside the gunk or the unnecessary, getting to the middle of something. And then like, that's the thing. It's like pinpointing, let's just say like a trauma or that has led to a behavior, okay, that you need to look at, that you need to heal. Okay, that's the process of shadow work. And we do have the rebirth and the death card. So maybe this is coming through as a time for you to do a little bit of shadow work. It doesn't feel like this whole dark night of the soul, heavy energy. I don't know. We'll see what comes through with the cards that come through here. But it does make me feel the process of shadow work, right? Which is you pinpoint the moment that a trauma happened. Typically, this is like childhood, could be adolescence, or it could be like a trauma, like a catastrophic moment of loss or something like that. You pinpoint that in your memory, in your psyche. You hold on to that and grab onto it because that thing has started to mold certain behaviors, right? You started to create behaviors and like defense mechanisms subconsciously, unintentionally, because of this chaotic, traumatic moment, okay? And I think that for the Sagittarius that I'm picking up on, it, like I said, it has to do with the memory, and it has to do with how you see your bloodline or how you see maybe your parents or your family in general, right? Because that idea that's coming through here in the oracle cards, like all of this is changing because you may be doing some spiritual work or some shadow work on these previous traumatic experiences that you've had, okay? Which is a beautiful thing. We all have to do it. This is how growth happens, right? This is how we grow out of these behaviors that hold us back from being the best version of ourselves, or that hold us back from living a higher quality life. You know, this is the work. This is the good stuff. In your environment, you have the 8 of Cups. Beautiful. Some feeling, emotion coming through here, knowing how you want to feel, right? Like working on more of that feeling, more love, more vulnerability, more, what is that word? Like when you're really connected, intimacy. There you go. Okay, you have the Queen of Cups in your environment as well. So you may be dealing with another person, male or female, but this person is very gentle, very loving. And then you have the 5 of Swords. Okay. So here we could be dealing with an emotionally manipulative person. All right. There could be like an inability to understand where another person is coming from an emotional perspective. Okay. Therefore, a little bit of sabotage and selfishness is coming through. Somebody in the environment here wants more connection, emotional fulfillment, but may not really know how to express it. May not really know how to ask for it, I'm getting. Okay. What is the 5 of Swords? Just getting some clarifiers. The Fool. Yeah, there's still some of this new energy that's lingering around. The Magician. Beautiful. And the 3 of Swords. Not so beautiful. this person here in your environment is going through a moment, okay? They may be not really aware of their emotional state. They know that they want to get out of the pain and out of the hurt. So somebody is in like a heartbroken state, okay? They may be yearning for connection and love here, but like I said, they don't know how to ask for it, and they may have ruined something or hurt a relationship in some way. They wanted to take a leap of faith. They wanted a new start. They wanted to manifest, right? Here with the Magician card. They want to use their will and their confidence and their inner power for good, you know, to create something, to start something new. But their emotional state is preventing them from doing that. For some reason, I'm getting a Sagittarius here who is dealing with another person, and it's like it almost happened, but it didn't, right? Like it was almost there. It wanted to happen. Maybe like something with the family. Maybe you're dealing with the person from a family member or something like that. Something almost happened, but it didn't happen. And somebody here is really hurting. Okay. And I don't know if you're supposed to help them in any way. It feels like you are not in the know, like you're not aware. You're looking for truth about an ending. And maybe this ending has to do with somebody that you're close to, but you don't know all of the details, and maybe they're acting out. They're being a little toxic, and you're trying to uncover why this is happening. Does that make sense? And I think like if this has to do with a family member, it's also triggering something that you have went through or a loss. You know, it could be like bringing up the loss that you have felt in your life because maybe they're going through a loss. Okay. So I don't know, but we will see what else comes through. We're going to keep going with this reading and see how this plays out and why it's coming up for you. All right. Go into more detail. This could also be a 30-day breakdown. Okay. What does Sagittarius need to know? What's the most important energy message for them to come through in this reading today? Six of Cups. Definitely this could be family. This could also be children. Maybe the idea of children if you don't have children already. But this is bonding. This is history, right? Like you could have grown up with this person or known this person your entire life or something like that. If it doesn't have to do with the history you have with another, it could be the love, right, that you have for somebody. The Nine of Swords. Something, it has you full of stress, worry, anxiety here. Something has your mind going, trying to think it. Like I said, it's like uncovering some truths here. It's like, why did this happen? You know, here with the shadow. There's the shadow side that we were already talking about. Like, why is somebody acting how they are acting? OMG. Why? I'm so sorry. It's not the best energy here. This is very, very toxic behavior. It's somebody is self-destructing. Definitely. We'll get some clarifiers, but it does feel like that. They are too hurt. They are too hurt. Sagittarius. Okay, I don't know if this is you or somebody you're dealing with, but somebody is hurting so much that they are destroying things, right? Like it could be destroying their relationships or their job, or man, maybe you're worried for them. Like the Nine of Swords makes me feel like you're worried about them. Four of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Three of Swords, King of Cups, Chariot. There's no doubt that this is a painful situation for everyone involved, right? For whoever is going through it and for whoever is watching and trying to help at the same time. Okay, and for the majority of you, you're dealing with a family member, all right, that is going through a loss here. And if this is you, I'm so sorry that you're going through this, you know, but we go through these moments, right? And this is part of life. And it's as cliche as it sounds, you know, these are moments that we learn from that are meant to sort of break us apart so we can heal something that's in there. It's also making me feel this decay or like a little bit of disease or something like that. Something is happening super quickly. There's a lot of communication, like back and forth communication. I don't know if you are like sort of being closed off, right? Like you want to be there, you want to listen, but at the same time, like this person, the Four of Pentacles, is making me feel like there's caution involved. You're not so open. You're not so ready to go on this path or help this person if this is another person you're dealing with. There is a sense of stubbornness and like immovable, you know, like you're not going to change your mind, or I don't know. It's like I'm also getting like maybe somebody needs you to open your door to them and you're just like putting up a wall here, like, no, you can't come inside, but I can come outside and hear you out, right? Like that type of situation. And you're trying your best to stay in control of your emotions as you are dealing with this heartbreaking situation here, trying to provide a sense of like security for another person from an emotional perspective. But it's a lot of energy coming to you at once with the Eight of Wands. So you're protecting, and of course, like if you are aware of energy and how it works, especially when you're dealing with other people, you know, we should be very cautious and selective of the situations that we put ourselves in and who we choose to work with or communicate with or let in our homes, you know, like all of these things. So I think that you're doing a good job there. At the end of this, it's of course an opportunity for a new start or to be on a new path. This was a long time coming. The King of Wands is here, making me feel like you are helping with some type of action, okay? You're helping with emotion up here, and then you end up helping with action in some way. All right, let's get some clarifiers. What is the Six of Cups and the Nine of Swords? King of Swords. Eight of Cups. Here's this Eight of Cups again. It's like being very objective and logical and to the point here of what is happening. I'm feeling like someone wants to feel loved and connected, but is being hit with a colder person or a cold energy here. And there's like the Six of Cups is like the past, like a memory of warmth and love. And like, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling the anxiety as I'm reading. Okay, so it's starting to come through here, and it feels like somebody just wants to express that, but they can't. They're holding it in. Okay, like they're coming through really cold and logical and practical and disconnected. But like one person is coming through that way. Another person is looking for emotional fulfillment, emotional security. And it's like they can't say it. I'm telling you, like whoever this is, they yearn for this connection and this love, but they just cannot articulate that. And because they can't express it or they don't know where it's coming from, it's starting to come through in toxic behavior. The Tower, the shadow side, and the Seven of Swords. This is a random, out of the blue situation. What else? Eight of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. Feeling tied, feeling like you cannot do something about a situation here. It's like this came through and it's a shocker and it's sort of shaking things up, but your hands are tied. The only thing that you can do is continue to work on building something that you've already built here. Who is coming through as the shadow side Seven of Swords? Like maybe you're trying to get out of helping, because the Seven of Swords is running away from something. Yeah, because it's too much to do. It's too much responsibility. Too much responsibility. It came at a bad time. Your hands are tied. What is the actual shadow side though? What's the Devil? Because this is the Devil card in most decks. It's just telling me that it came as a surprise, but the Prince of Wands and the Star. It was like an impulsive move. It was an impulsive move. It was not thought out. It was like somebody here thought that it was their destiny, or they thought that it was supposed to be, and they made a move and it came through like in a shocking way. It's like, all of a sudden this thing is here and it's just like, why is this even happening? It's like I can't do anything about it. It's too much. Four of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. The Magician. King of Wands. And the Death card. I mean, we're getting a lot of repeats here. There's aggressive energy trying to get through, trying to get past. I don't know. I feel like some of you are coming up against another person that is like unstable. There you go. That's strong. This thing, whatever is happening, is an unstable energy. Three of Swords, King of Cups. The High Priestess. You knew that this was going to happen. You saw it coming. Your intuition told you. Nine of Swords again. You knew that it was going to cause stress, worry, anxiety, fear, doubt, hesitation, just all of the ugly feelings. Page of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Devil. That's the shadow side up here. The Hermit. I feel like you're going to send them on their way. It feels like you do something for them and you send them on their way, right? Like if this is what I'm thinking it is, what I'm feeling it is, like you're dealing with a family member and you don't want them to disturb your life in some way. And it's like, you know, you're trying to keep them apart from your like immediate family or your immediate life. Does that make sense? Three of Wands. The Fool, yeah. Send them on their way. Giving them something that they need here. Like I said, you're helping with some type of action. King of Pentacles has to do with money as well. Three of Wands. It's like, I'm going to do this. And like you make a decision, you give them something they need, and then you're waiting for them to, you're waiting for the result or whatever, right? Which is a new direction, a new way of doing something, a new way of being. Does that make sense? Here with the Fool. What's the overall like advice? One more. The advice here. It's like the advice is to give advice. It's like, it feels like coming from a place of love and confidence, right? It's like helping, or somebody here needs to summon up, you know, their water and fire energy here. The Three of Swords is coming through again. This is like, I'm feeling, what is this? Am I feeling? Like, it's like powerful or strong people, especially this person. This person has influence. Okay, this person is like seen in higher regards, it feels like. And this could be you as the Queen of Wands. Giving a cup of love, giving something to someone who is clearly going through a loss here. Like trying to be there, trying to come from a place of love. And which is exactly what we've been saying here. So I hope this helps somebody. This is as far as I'm going to go with this reading because it's a lot already. If you want a personal reading, my email is in the description of the video. Their readings are exactly this way. It's just personalized and targeted to your situation. Shoot me an email. We can set something up. But otherwise, like the video if you got anything out of it. Subscribe to the channel. And I hope this all works out, whoever this is for. All right. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.